live here from the Crypto.com arena. Myself, Fredo Cervantes, with your LA Sparks Weekly pregame show. And we got the one and only
DJ Treese, y'all.
And of course, you know who I am, Michael Matthew, here as the Sparks look to finish off, hopefully, their 8-game losing streak.
Ain't no way we losing tonight. Ain't no. The vibes are high up in here, y'all. We've been partying since this afternoon. It's been good.
I mean, there's going to be no doubt about that. I don't see the Sparks losing tonight.
I don't see the Sparks losing. Lexi was out on the floor working out. Aaliyah Boston was out here working out. It looks like the Pacers. Look at me. Look at me. Wrong
team.
team.
Are ready to go because Erica Wheeler is back here in LA.
I saw Erica Wheeler.
Ready to work. Aaliyah Boston, first overall pick, has been playing well. She's going to be Rookie of the Year when the season ends. She's ready to go. They have actually lost 9 of the last 10, but they're only a game behind the Sparks.
So they're behind us, but he thinks they have a chance. Is that what's happening?
I think that the Fever are going to come out and play. I don't think that they're going to win, but I think that they're going to come out and give this Sparks team a real great challenge. But the Sparks are going to be ready to go.
Absolutely.
They're trying to finish off this 8-game losing streak. I think that they're ready to go. What's your thoughts, Fredo?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty interesting. Of course, we got a chance to talk to Coach just in a little bit ago, and he did mention that Lexi is not 100 yet, but she's going to play out there. And, of course, she's been playing out there the last 2 games. She's been looking good shooting the 3-ball as well. Carly Samuelson, who has been one of the best shooters so far. She is doubtful to start the game today. We still have not gotten a chance to see her out here yet.
Nope.
So doubtful. She most likely might not be here.
But Fredo, we talked to Jazz, and she said that they have a 3-point strategy for this game. So we expect that the Sparks are going to shoot the lights out of the Indiana Fever tonight, y'all.
No, definitely. They have a chance.
They need to. I believe they have to lean more on their guard play. They have to get, some shots down from 3. NECA is going to do her thing. They're going to get buckets
NECA was
inside.
out here early.
Can you make the outside shot? And if they're able to do so, I think that the Sparks have a real great advantage against the Indiana Fever tonight.
Well, check this out, guys. I know we're going to go ahead and take it real quick to see what Coach had to say, and we'll return right now.
Hi, John.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening. How you doing?
Great.
Good. Talk to me about this game. What do you feel like is going to be the difference between a win and a loss?
Yeah, I think execution, certainly both teams. Our playbooks mirror each other very much, very similar actions. We have a lot of quick hits within different type of actions that are similar. The paint is important to both of us. Getting the ball off the dribble to the paint, throw it into the post. So, who has a good night, points in the paint wise, could be a big factor, or who plays in the paint and creates more open threes. Effort is going to be a big telling factor tonight. The grit and determination. What I admire watching them on film is how hard they're playing, and so we know we have to be ready to match that effort level. And then it comes down to executing what we want to do and who can get their players the shots that they want better tonight. So I'm excited. It should be a good matchup. They have some players out. We have players out. But again, I like this matchup first time. It should be a fun game out there for both teams.
At this point in the season, how do you coach effort?
Yeah, you don't always coach effort, but you remind them of how hard Indiana plays, and we've got to play each and every possession as hard as they can. And then if they're feeling fatigued, then we ask for them to ask for a sub, and we get that bench in there and try to keep up the intensity and keep up the effort.
Hi, Coach Amanda Wright with One-Sider. How have you been able to keep morale high in the locker room through all the adversity you guys have been facing?
Yeah, I think you've heard it from the players that they care for each other. They're there for each other. They know that this is a big part of the build, and that we got to stick through this stage of where this team is at and all the adversity that they've handled. But they like each other. They care for each other. It doesn't mean losing is easy. It wears on everybody. It's there. It's there, and you feel it. but we are looking at success in a lot of ways this year. And again, one of the things we're trying to build is a culture that can sustain success in the long run.
Hey, Coach, how would you assess Aaliyah Boston's rookie year, and how do you intend to stop her?
Easier said than done. She's playing outstandingly. She's a tremendous finisher, and she has more space at this level than she did in college. At times it looked like a kid's soccer game when you watch South Carolina play, because there was 4 and 5 people around Aaliyah all the time. She actually has more space to operate at the pro level, and she's taking advantage of that. She's leading the league in field goal percentage, or will finish this season as one of the league leaders in field goal percentage. So tremendous finisher. What I've appreciated is how unselfish she is. And you see at times, Media, you're right, that her shot attempts need to be up and they need to get her the ball more. But what she does in congestion and doubles, she's a willing passer, and she throws it back out to teammates and doesn't take bad shots over 2 people. I've been real impressed with her unselfish play this rookie year.
Hey, Coach, Jeff with LA Sparks Weekly. With the difficulties that you've had and the record of the team, does the strategy of coaching change at all? Does it change at some point from pushing so hard to wins and more pushing for development, maybe of the youth and so forth?
I think it's a fair statement. I think one of the things that that people know of my career in 20 plus years as head coach at all levels is that I'm defined by intensity. I'm defined by, coaching hard. If anything changes is that, through all this adversity, that there's encouragement. There's, at times, I have to be the softer, gentler. And again, I'm not going to lose my intensity. I am who I am. But there's at times that this group needs encouragement through some of the highs and lows that we go through. So, I've adapted subtly, and I'm not going to lose who I am, or I'm not going to be less demanding that we execute and that we stick to game plans and that we continue to be such an unselfish group. But at times, I know what they're going through, and I know that at times we're so many people down. It's uncanny when you wake up and you don't know who your starting lineup's going to be. And so there's at times where, I think it's resonating with them. They see the intent that at times I've got to back off and not be so intense and make sure that I'm really encouraging them.
Kurt, hi.
Hi, Mary.
How has Kelsey Mitchell's game changed with the addition of Boston to her lineup?
Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell's one of the stars in the league and can score at all 3 levels. And, now with another superstar beside her, she doesn't have to carry all the load. And so at times, she can spray the ball around because she commands so much attention also. And she puts you, she's in attack mode all the time. So, you can see that she she doesn't have to, on a nightly basis, carry all the load. And she's still, capable of any night going out and getting 30, that kind of player that she is.
My last question. Sorry. I listen to people talk about Boston and the person and the player, and it reminds me so much of the way people have talked about Nneka over the years. Do you see a similarity between the two of them?
Yeah, I think you see a similarity in the way they carry themselves. You see a similarity in their efficiency. And so you see that. Again, I've never coached Aaliyah, not been around her with USA Basketball. I think that's coming. And, I'll have an opportunity to be around her in the future with USA Basketball. But, they're she's a superstar, a budding superstar in this league. And she has still great role models around the league to look up to.
It's going to be a little feedback here, sorry.
Okay.
Last question on Zoom.
Hey, Jesse Barish with WNBA League. Coach, I wanted to ask about, you mentioned having to make all these adjustments with injuries, with everything. We're bordering on a record number of starting lineups with this team. It's what combinations have you seen that you'd never expected to be playing together, but you've seen something that you're going to be able to carry forward? Kind of combinations of players that are different.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can speak to, combinations. What I will tell you is, there's some players individually that are having career years. And so through the adversity, it's given someone like Carly Samuelson a bigger sample size. And she's just under 50, 40, 90 pace for the season. And, if Jackie Young would ever miss, may lead this league in 3-point percentage. So it's given that someone like Carly an opportunity. For the first time in her career, playing Layshia more off the ball, and with some of the adversity going into the year, knowing that we lost 2 6'3" players for the season, all of a sudden you've had to scramble in free agency and put together your roster a little bit differently. So wanted to explore Layshia off the ball and seeing how she was successful. She's over 40% for this year from the field. She's over or near 40% from the 3-point line. So it's giving, through some adversity, you see people have opportunities. Jordan Canada's just had a terrific year. I mean, absolutely terrific year. And again, Lexi is not 100%. She will not be 100% tonight. She hasn't been 100% even before she was shut down through her illness. But man, she was shooting the ball lights out. And what I have enjoyed is I've been able to run schemes and sets and patterns that I haven't had for a long time. Shakina Strickland played in Connecticut under me and was a great shooter, but literally have been able to run things because of how talented of a shooter Lexi is that I haven't had at my disposal in my entire pro career. So, Lexi, and I worked with her rookie year. And where she is now through all her adversity of sticking on rosters to where she is now is a legitimate rotational player in this league is a credit to how hard she's worked. So, I'm just proud that there's individual success stories that we're having, and I think bode well when it all starts to click, when it all comes together in the future, that so many players are really finding career-type number years this season.
And is there any update with Carly, timeline-wise?
Yeah, good question. Carly is doubtful. I think it's probably trending towards more out than doubtful. But I don't know if we've made that call at 5:15 yet exactly. But I think she's trending towards being out tonight.
And then kind of day-to-day going forward?
Day-to-day, like we all are. Thank you.
Waiting on someone?
Do you want to?
Okay.
We can.
Start with her. Start with Jasmine, because I got to get her on the board.
Okay.
Hello.
Questions? Yeah, John?
How's it going, Jazz?
Good.
How you feeling?
Good.
Good. What do you think is going to be the difference between a win and a loss tonight against the Fever?
Just playing a full 40 minutes. I feel like in our last game against Dallas, we did a lot of stuff good offensively, but then gave up a lot of points on the defensive end. So I think just staying locked in on both sides for full 40 minutes.
Sabrina?
Hey, Jazz. Just big picture, how have you seen Zaya evolve over these last 20-plus games, and what have you been trying to mentor her in?
She's definitely staying aggressive, which is what we want and what we love about her. So I think just whether the minutes are there or not, the things that she's doing off the court to stay ready is what I've noticed in her growth and her maturity, just doing the extra things to be ready when her number's called.
Ray?
Hey, Jazz, what's your point of emphasis on stopping the Fever?
They score the ball really well in the paint, Aaliyah Boston is great down there. They run things through her. So definitely just stay focused on our game plan for her and being able to rebound the ball and get us going on our offensive end.
Hey, Jazz. The Sparks have been shooting the ball really well. Is there a specific game plan tonight around shooting and specifically three-point shooting?
I think when we get the shots that we want, when we execute and move the ball the right way, when those shots go up, they go in. When our offense feels a little choppy and like we're doing a lot of broken plays, then it doesn't feel as good. So I think just everybody staying confident and, executing our offense with good tempo and making the right plays.
Any other questions? Sabrina?
How's your recovery been coming along? Like, do you feel better in longer stints yet, or how's that going?
Yeah, my recovery is good. At this point, it's just a confidence thing. I'm healthy, my knee is good, but I just got to be able to push it and, just trust myself.
We have one question. We'll do Ray first.
Have you seen any difference in Coach Kurt Miller with this year compared to past years in Connecticut?
He's definitely himself as far as on the sideline. You still see him animated. You still see him intense. That's just who he is. And from a preparation standpoint, that's what he's really good at is, having us prepared for each game. He's still great at that. I feel like he's a little bit more relaxed here in other situations, just getting to know a new group, getting to know new personalities and trying to connect with everyone. But I think that's normal when you're coming to a new team.
And last question on Zoom.
Hey, Jazz.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Sorry, moving on to Zoom. We'll start with Jesse.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Jazz, I just wanted to ask you mentioned key to victory is being locked in on both ends, and I know you pride yourself on your individual defense. So for you, what's your focus on trying to shut down guards like Kelsey Mitchell and Erica Wheeler?
Just being locked into what we're trying to do as a team. We do try to take pride in our one-on-one defense, but it's a team defense. So having everyone on the same page when it's time to get into actions is going to be important.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
And we're back here on the LA Sparks Weekly pregame show. We just got a chance to see what head coach had to say. And right now, guys, let's go ahead and talk about our expectations today. Players of the game, what do you expect that's going to be going on today, D?
I'm opening it up. Coach said that Lexi is not at 100%, but that doesn't matter to me, y'all. I'll take a 75% Lexi Brown. I think she's going for at least 22 points tonight. Who you got, Michael?
Okay. For me, it's simple. Jordan Canada. She has been playing well most of the season. She's playing great basketball. I think she is going to help finally lead the Sparks to another win because Jordan Canada is a baller, and that's what she's going to do today.
You know who I'm going to take today? I'm going to take Nneka Ogwumike.
Oh, that's an easy pick. That's an easy pick.
But you know why? You know why? She has been here for 13 years.
Yeah.
This team in 13 years, and total of 30 years, they have not been in the situation they are right now.
Yeah.
She got to step up big time today. She got to put a stop to this bleeding tonight.
I cannot wait for that matchup. Nneka Ogwumike, Aaliyah Boston. It's going to be big time. Erica Wheeler against her former teammate, Jordan Canada. It's going to be some great basketball. I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you're ready for more of us as we will be back. Post-game show is going to be
Let
so
me see
lit.
if this works this time. D, kick it off.
What am I supposed to do for you? Every time, no
Get
instructions.
us out of here, Sparks Weekly.
See y'all
LA Sparks
later.
Weekly. We see y'all post-game, baby.
from the Crypto.com arena for the LA Sparks Weekly post-game show. And believe it or not, the Sparks ended the losing streak. They got this victory 79-78 behind Jordan Canada's three-point game-winning shot towards the end of the fourth quarter. I'm not here by myself. I got the one and only
DJ Treacy. Y'all know what it is.
And of course, Michael Matthew here with you. And I told you guys before the game that it was going to be a fight. It was going to be a tough battle. And, you know, my player of the game hit the game-winning shot, 20 points, 10 assists for Jordan Canada. Big-time game. It's a type of win that can help, you know, jumpstart some type of run for the Sparks here going forward.
Oh, absolutely. And the fan experience inside of crypto, y'all can probably hear me a little bit hoarse because I was over there with the kids, swag surfing in the crowd, y'all. The game winner definitely lit this building on fire. What did you think about your player of the game, Fredo?
I mean, it definitely did. You know, I did talk about Nneka Ogwumike, and she came out strong. She had 20. Yeah, she had like 24 in the first three quarters. She was really out there. And one thing that I noticed, because I did get a kind of front row seat up here with Leah Boston and her, they were talking. They were yapping at each other.
Physical down low. You know, you love to see it. You know, that's what we love about the game of basketball is the competition, the toughness, the physicality of it. And the Sparks had the advantage because they did a great job on Aaliyah. I think she finished with about 9 points only.
Correct.
Yeah, you had Azare who added 15 points inside the paint, who had her season high with 3 blocks. Like, it was a really good game for the Sparks. They did everything they needed to. It looked like they were going to let it get away after they had a big lead, but they took care of business at the end.
Yep, and the only reason, to be honest, after looking at the stats that it looked like they were going to give it away was because that field goal percentage was right exact for both LA and Indiana. They shot the same percentage, so it really came down to that grit, getting that extra stop, and then putting that ball in the hoop.
I mean, when I saw the score, they were trailing by 4 with like 30-some seconds left, and I'm just like, okay, we got to prep for a 9-game losing streak. What are we going to ask Coach? What are we going to talk to Nneka about? But all of a sudden, they get a stop. They get the bucket. Nneka gets the loose ball. She picks it up, puts it up. Zaya picked up a huge rebound. Huge rebound that saved the whole thing. Then here comes Coach. Timeout. And it was a good timeout. Good timeout. And, you know, Jordan came out and knocked down the 3-ball.
What's crazy about that is that the play was, you know, drawn up for Nneka. They were like, Nneka has 30. We got to get her the ball. But Jordan said, you know, she saw the way that Aaliyah was playing her. So she came up, got it in and out. Pull-up jump shot. She was feeling her jump shots today. And I always said, if she can knock down her jump shot consistently, Jordan will be one of the better guards in the league because she's so fast. She's a hell of a playmaker with 10 assists as well. It was a big-time win led by Jordan, Nneka, and
UCLA.
That's right. And you know what? I was looking at JC's face when she got that shot. She was tired of losing. She was tired of losing. That was it. The losing was over. The crowd was in their favor, and really just the energy of the crowd pushed them over.
So I do have 2 players I want to talk to you guys about. I'll start with you real quick. I do want to bring up Lexi Brown. Of course, we've been in talks and figuring out, you know, when's Lexi coming back. She's back now for her 3rd game. She played 24 minutes tonight, shot 1 for 3, only 2 points. What did you see in Lexi today?
So Coach actually told us right before the game that Lexi was not at 100%, and it looked like that she was playing with some kind of pain. I wasn't sure what was going to shake out. She was my predicted player of the game, but it was very evident after that first quarter that she wasn't going to be the player of the game. The energy just wasn't there from Lexi tonight.
Yeah, she's just not fully healthy. So, you know, you can kind of see with first of all, the minutes that she's given. When she's on the court, she's not as aggressive as she was early in the season when she was looking like an all-star player. So it's going to be interesting to see when or if she ever gets back to that way. But that's why you need players like Zaya, like Ray to step up, like Layshia, who's getting healthy.
Ray.
And she came in and gave them just enough minutes.
She did.
Jasmine gave them just enough minutes.
Didn't help, didn't hurt.
Yeah,
just kind of middle of the road.
Zaya was 1 for 9, but like you said, she got the big rebound on the defensive end.
She got a steal too, right?
Yeah, she did. She was very
that
out there.
That first move that she made earlier in the game when Jordan had to go
spin.
out.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, Zaya about to go crazy tonight.
She hit that, but it was close.
So it's a good thing that you brought up Zaya's name because that's the person I was going to talk to you about. Was you know, Zaya scored 2 points, 1 for 9 from the field, 15 minutes. even though her offensive game was not all there, you mentioned a lot of those key defensive possessions that she was involved and she got. What did you see out of her overall? Like, how is she feeling right now, and what do you predict from her?
Kids, you have to know, when you play the game of basketball, there's two sides of the floor, offense, defense. She's still going through her growing pains offensively, but defensively, you're starting to see her step up and step out with her performances. Like she did a good job when she was guarding Erica there, making it as tough as possible. She was helping to rebound the ball. She was getting more tip balls. So it's like she's figuring things out on that end. When she can put it together offensively, she's going to be a problem.
I was going to say, she got fire in her step now. I think the energy from Zaya that we've seen in the last couple games is unlike any that we've seen so far this season. So I think she's on to come up.
Yep.
She's on to come up just like Layshia Clarendon's hair is on to come up right now. I mean,
it Mike. It is legit. It is real.
Yeah, Mike Kelso, talk to us a little bit about it because you just got a chance to talk to her one-on-one right now.
Yeah, so talking to Layshia, as you can see, she dealt with the foot injury early on. She's happy to be back. She struggled with watching her team going through a lot of losses with her being out, but she's back. She's ready to lead. She's happy that they were able to pick up this big-time win because she knows that it can give them confidence going forward. And everyone, if you had the same question that I've been wondering, yes, the hair is permanent. It is not wash-outable, whatever word you use. It is her color, and I love it. The purple is beautiful. Michael Matthew here with LA Sparks Weekly, here with LA Sparks guard Layshia Clarendon. We have to ask, how are you feeling, after dealing with, the injury earlier this season?
I'm feeling good, healthy. My foot's in a great place, so I'm just happy to be back.
How tough was it to, see your teammates out there, the time that you were sitting? They were like, getting some tough losses, and how tough was it, for you to be one of the leaders to watch your team?
It was brutal. I mean, I want to be on the court. We had a tough losing streak, so watching those games where you feel like you could impact and make a positive effect on the team especially made it hard because you're like, I would be helping, I'd be adding, I'd be doing that. So I just tried to help in any way that I could, offering that energy on the bench or texting people, but it's really nice to be back out there.
So now you guys pick up a big victory in the 8-game losing streak. What can this do for you guys' confidence going forward?
Just let everyone drop their shoulders a little bit and smile again and remember winning is possible, and hopefully that just momentum change. We know Indy's going to come back on Thursday afternoon and try and steal one back from us. So knowing we got to move forward, but just change of energy, just smile.
Then final question. It's been like a running bet around with LA Sparks Weekly. The hair, is it permanent or can you wash it out?
Oh, it's permanent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now we know. Hey, you guys got your answer, baby. Thank you so much. Beautiful, man.
And two, y'all heard it here first, LA Sparks Weekly fans. If the LA Sparks make the playoffs, my hair is going purple. Whoa. I already told Layshia. I told her I will match her vibe if they make the playoffs.
You know what?
I like that.
How about you too, Michael? Purple hair, just for one game.
I don't know.
If you do that, I do it too. All
football season
in
is
here
close.
Purple-headed. Yeah,
football season is close. They're going to think I'm a Vikings fan. And
Vikings are not that bad right now.
Semi-permanent.
Semi-permanent. Get that little wash off. Go to CVS, buy something right there.
We can record a show, and we each have the purple hair.
All right, there it is. There it
is.
As long as the LA Sparks make it to the playoffs, as they are about a game and a half away from getting to that 8th spot. Yep. Plenty of basketball remaining right now. But again, just want to let you guys know, Jordan Canada. Oh, my Lord, what a big-time three-point shot to win the game and the 8-game losing streak, 79-78. Before we get going here, because it's getting pretty late, we're the only ones in here. Shout out to Ray over here in the back. But, this Thursday, we get them again.
Yep,
Indiana.
Rematch.
They're going to be fired up.
Noon game.
It's going to be a noon game.
We'll be a lot of kids.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll cover that. But what do we expect, Mike, on Thursday from Indiana?
And they're gonna battle, man. They look much better than their record. They have Aaliyah there, they have Erica Wheeler, they have some pieces, some good talent, some good players there. It's just they just lose a lot of close games, but they look like a team that is going to be tough. It's going to be camp day, so you're going to have a bunch of kids in the crowd, so the energy is going to be crazy. The Sparks are going to have to start off much faster. They trailed at the end of the first quarter, so they're going to have to come out right away because Indiana is like, we should have beat them. We had this win. We were up 5 points with like a minute left, and they lost the game, so they're going to be ready to play.
DJ, LA, what are they going to come out with on Thursday?
I'm forecasting that Indiana is going to be so physical that they're going to be frustrated and foul a lot.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking that
If the refs call it, right?
If the refs call it, right.
Because NECA was going through
But
it.
I know, I think Aaliyah Boston had about four fouls, and then we had one challenge that went back. So I think that intense
been
basketball, that level, is going to make them cause errors and just careless fouls. And again, LA is going to take the win. You heard it here first.
And that's right, because I'm going for a 2-game winning streak on Thursday. That's how it is. That's how we do. Myself, Fredo Cervantes. We got DJ. We got Mike Kale. We'll catch you guys Thursday here from Crypto.com.